Thanks for joining us on this special digital edition of ABC24. I'm Kevin McNamara, joined right off the top by meteorologist Corey Smith for a look at the forecast. Corey, there's some severe weather heading our way, huh?
Yeah, the potential, maybe some storms as you head tomorrow. A pretty active weather period overall over the next 7 days, though.
I'm not ready for it to start really getting low in terms of those temperatures.
It's going to be chilly as we head into next week. So let's dive into everything, what you can talk about, or expect, I should say, as we head into next week. 47 degrees is our high today. It was definitely on the chilly side, plenty of cloud cover. And as we head into tonight, maybe some showers moving into the viewing area. You can see these purples and pinks all over your screen. These are winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings associated with a system that is going to really get going here. You can see the starts of it right now over portions of the central plains. For us, the potential, maybe some storms tomorrow, maybe some severe weather. So let's break everything down. First, I do want to talk about winter weather advisories just outside of our viewing area. This is going to be for late Sunday night and into Monday morning. You can see just north of Dyer County here. So we're going to talk more about this here in a second, but let's get you right into what we can expect overnight tonight. Temperatures right now, 45 degrees in Memphis, 43 in Bolivar, 41 in Covington, 46 in Oxford. We're sitting at 45 in Corinth. Temperatures have been pretty steady so far this afternoon and evening. What we're tracking is an area of low pressure moving across the area. In fact, the center low moving in as we head into tomorrow. Behind that, we could see potentially some flurries here, but we'll talk about the storm threat along the cold front. There is going to be a level 2 risk, especially south of the Memphis metro as we head into tomorrow. So something we will be keeping an eye on. Right now looks to mainly be the threat of gusty winds. I think the tornado potential is pretty low. So hour by hour, what we can expect overnight tonight, pretty quiet, but a couple of showers will start right around midnight or so, isolated in nature. We'll start to see more of that as you get into your early Sunday morning hours. And it's really once we get right around midday that I think things really start to get going here across the Mid-South, where we see that cold front moving through. So this is 9 a.m. We're still seeing some scattered showers and downpours out to the west. But as you get around 11 a.m., you can see that line starting to move in. This is where we do have the possibility of maybe some severe weather moving right over the Memphis metro between 1 to 3 p.m. it looks like right now. Notice temperatures as well in the 60s here in Memphis. Very warm, but that's not going to last too long. Cold front moves through. And as we get into the evening hours, we're drying out and temperatures pretty sharply drop as we get into the evening. And we'll be back into the 30s right around midnight or so and into the 20s overnight. That's where we could see a couple snow showers, maybe some flurries moving through. So we can't rule out a dusting of snow, especially north of Memphis is what it's looking like right now. But the bigger concern is going to be a flash freeze. So any standing water on the roads from about that 1 to 2 inch rainfall that we see tomorrow could freeze and cause black ice. We do actually have a weather impact data that's coming up on Monday. We'll talk about that here, but let's talk about the storm threats. Right now, we're watching for wind gusts really being the main driver of what we're watching for your Sunday afternoon. So if you're going to be out, just have the rain gear nearby. Temperatures are warm for this time of the year in the 60s. Like we talked about, the potential maybe a flash freeze. That's going to be Monday morning from 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. to impact black ice on the roadways. So you're going to want to take things slow. Make sure you're increasing your follow distance as we start off next week. And next week, it's going to be cold behind that system. We're 61 degrees on Sunday. Will be 30s for highs. These are high temperatures as we go throughout the rest of the week. And I will say right now, models starting to maybe hint at a system as we head into next Friday that could bring us some winter weather across the south, including here in the Mid-South. Don't have much details on this right now, and things could change quite a bit between now and then, so we'll keep you up to date as we get a little bit closer. But the 7-day forecast going forward, high of 61 as we go tomorrow. It looks like around midday into the early afternoon, showers and storms. We'll watch for that flash freeze for your Monday morning, and then temperatures downright cold. We're in the 30s for the rest of the week with plenty of sunshine. We'll keep an eye on Friday for maybe that snow chance as we get towards the end of the week.
In the ongoing fallout of the Memphis-Shelby County School Board attempt to oust Superintendent Dr. Marie Fagans, the Shelby County Commission is expected to discuss 2 resolutions next week that could restrict millions in school funding. If approved, these resolutions would declare a position of no confidence in the school board and place a 90-day moratorium on the over $33 million recently allocated towards the new Fraser High School. Both resolutions urge the school board to stop their efforts in trying to terminate Fagans. And while some agree the commission should take those steps, others are left confused by their position.
There's times that our Shelby County commissioners concern me on some stuff. But, I mean, we never showed up down there and demanded their jobs be recalled. And nobody ever, talked about an inconfidence vote on the school board. So why are we doing it now?
There are other steps proposed by resolution co-sponsors Amber Mills and Erica Sugarman. At 10, we'll have more on what this could mean for the school district and that January 14th meeting where a final decision on Fagan's future will be made. The man is now in custody in connection with an arson that took place at a catering business on Summer Avenue back in November. According to Memphis Fire, that fire was intentionally set on the rear porch of Fascinating Catering, leading to almost $198,000 in damages. 41-year-old Walter Krajewski was arrested and charged with arson after investigators say they saw him on security footage walking around the business just before it was set on fire. Krajewski is being held on a $105,000 bond and is due in court on Monday. 3 suspects have been arrested following a shooting that left a man in critical condition just last night. MPD officers responded to a shooting a little before 8:30 at the location you see on your screen now. That's Diedrich Avenue and David Street. When they got there, officers say they found one man injured at the scene. There's that scene on your screen now. He was taken to Regional 1 in critical condition, and 3 men have been detained in connection with the incident. They are currently investigating that incident. The man is in police custody after a short chase ended with him crashing into a Mississippi Highway Patrol car. State troopers were conducting a safety checkpoint along Highway 301 in DeSoto County around 5:30 yesterday afternoon. That's when a 1998 Ford F-150 made a U-turn and fled from the checkpoint. This according to the DeSoto County Sheriff's Office. Troopers then chased the truck until it crashed into an MHP patrol car on Star Landing Road. There, the 27-year-old driver of the truck was arrested and taken to the DeSoto County Sheriff's Office. He faces multiple felony and misdemeanor charges. Water levels at Arcabutlet Lake are expected to rise around 220 feet in the coming week thanks to rainfall. This according to the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Right now, water levels are at around 215 feet, which is why engineers are releasing water from the dam until they can reach around 204 feet. Again, those river levels are high in the region, and local communities may experience some flooding as seasonal rain continues. But the dam is in stable condition with no threat of breach, according to the Army Corps of Engineers. More fallout this week after the announcement that Shelby County Judge Bill Anderson is calling it quits, due in part to mounting pressure that he's too soft on crime, according to some. Now it's up to the county commission to fill the vacancy when Anderson leaves the bench on March 1st. That vacancy also causing growing concern about mounting case delays for families seeking justice. Or Desmond Nugent spoke with a justice reform advocate about that impact.
We're always trying to refine our processes.
In less than 60 days, Shelby County General Sessions Court Judge Bill Anderson will retire. It's caused a lot of concern for some families who might have to wait a little longer to seek any sort of justice.
I think that hopefully overall justice gets served for victims and folks who are caught up in the justice system, whether rightly or wrongly accused.
Carter Oren with Stand for Children, a justice reform advocacy organization, believes the bigger picture is the justice system and its challenges. He says when everyone doesn't play their part, it causes more backlogs and case overloads.
When we have, a sheriff's department that is not operating well and not able to get people to the trials and to their court cases, when we have judges being attacked and scared to allow people to go out on their own recognizance because of fear of anecdotal stories that may come back to bite them, then we have a system that gets clogged up.
The hunt for a new judge must wait until March 1st when Judge Anderson officially steps down. Shelby County Commissioner Erica Sugarman says while she may have disagreed with some of his rulings, his replacement will face significant responsibilities.
Whoever we select needs to have hard nails and be able to think critically, because again, you also have to be fair. So remember, there's two sides of every coin.
Sugarman says while this would be an interim position, whoever the commission does select will have to win a majority of the vote.
Across Tennessee, months after hate groups and Nazis descended on downtown Nashville with hateful slogans, chants, and symbols, Republican state lawmakers have proposed a bill that would penalize some acts of intimidation. The bill will make it a Class A misdemeanor to litter or trespass to intimidate another person and discourage them from the, quote, free exercise or enjoyment of any right or privilege. Littering here can include pamphlets often given out by hate groups. That bill would also make it a Class B misdemeanor to put signs on a bridge over a highway without written authorization. The Tennessee legislature is expected to vote on that bill January 14th. Meanwhile, the family of Tyree Nichols will have to wait quite some time before their day in court over the $550 million lawsuit against the city of Memphis. Yesterday, a judge pushed back that civil case significantly. The federal civil trial now set for July 13th, 2026. This lengthy delay stems from a multiple of different factors. Many defendants are also facing state criminal charges still, and their constitutional right against self-incrimination means the civil case must wait until those criminal proceedings conclude. And the recent DOJ report on Memphis police has also impacted the timeline. Both sides say they need time to analyze this extensive report and access underlying documents, as any patterns of MPD behavior are crucial to the Nichols case. With numerous attorneys involved and the pending criminal case, next July was the earliest date all the parties could agree on. But a more immediate concern is the recent resignation of the case mediator. Attorneys are starting from scratch to find a replacement, and the judge has given them 45 days to agree on a new mediator, or he'll make the appointment himself. Tuesday will mark 2 years since Tyree Nichols was stopped by Memphis police. Video from the scene showed Nichols killed after being kicked, beaten, and pepper sprayed by 5 now former Memphis cops. The community will honor his life with a march and candlelight vigil. That march starts at 4 p.m. at the intersection of Rains and Ross on Tuesday, the very same intersection where Tyree was stopped. That vigil will start an hour later at 6727 Castlegate Lane. That's the area where Tyree was beaten. And over at Court Square Park, the Memphis chapter of the Food Not Bombs movement and their partner organizations came together for a clothing giveaway for the homeless population of the Bluff City. Food Not Bombs meets at the park every first and third Saturday of the month. Today they were seen giving out, what else? Food, as well as warm clothing, hygiene products, Narcan, and more. Food Not Bombs started back in the 1980s in response to increased military spending and the rising numbers of homeless people in the country. Officials from the group say it's important to meet people where they're at and offer the help they need at the moment.
You know, there's like a lot of disenfranchisement and a lot of just people are in need of just basic resources. And, you know, our local officials, their response to that is, oh, we just need to finance into property and real estate and kind of erase the whole issue. And so for us, it's like, well, let's not erase the people who need help, right?
If you're looking to help, there's good news. Organizers are always looking for more volunteers. They're also accepting donations of clothes and other necessities during these winter months. Earlier today saw the celebration of life for a local civil rights icon as the community came together to honor Bishop Henry M. Williamson, Sr. Williamson's life was honored at Mount Olive Cathedral CME earlier today. He served as the church's 52nd bishop for 20 years until retiring in 2022. From 1991 to 93, Bishop Williamson was the national president of People United to Serve Humanity. He also founded and led the One Church, One School Community Partnership Program, which has worked with over 200 churches and schools to support youth education. That's all we have for you here on this special digital edition of ABC24. We'll see you after all the football is wrapped up on the news at 10. Take care.
Continue with us and watch free now on the 24 Plus app everywhere you stream.